Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of our pharmacokinetic models session. In last session or part 1 of pharmacokinetic model, we discussed that pharmacokinetic models are the statistical and mathematical approaches to describe the various rate processes. Compartment model. In this approach, we divided the body into various compartments having the similar or identical distribution kinetics. Classic pharmacokinetic compartment model and physiological based pharmacokinetic models. In classic compartment models, we said कि body is grouped into the tissues and organ having similar distribution kinetics, while in case of physiological based pharmacokinetic models, body is divided according to the various organs, realistic organs. Now, in this session or in this part, we will discuss about various pharmacokinetic compartment models. The compartment models, in this, body is assumed to be divided into various compartments. Compartments is an imaginary homogeneous entity considered as having a definite volume and drug concentration, and is used to represent a group of tissues with identical distribution kinetics. Actually, the process of pharmacokinetic, it is very complicated. It involves the ADME, absorption, metabolism, distribution and elimination. And study of this, it becomes difficult because of the complexity. To simplify this various processes, the body is divided into various compartments having the identical drug distribution kinetics. The compartments such as central compartment, peripheral compartments and special compartments. The organ and tissue which are highly perfused are considered as a central compartment. Blood and blood plasma and highly perfused tissues and organs like heart, brain, lungs, liver and kidney are considered to be in a central compartment. When a drug is administered, it reaches immediately into central compartment. Then second one, that is peripheral compartment. Here it is a group of tissues which are less perfused, which includes adipose tissues and skeletal muscles. The drug in the central compartment, it gets distributed to the peripheral compartments. Peripheral compartments may be shallow peripheral compartments or deeply situated peripheral compartments. For special type of tissues and organs such as central nervous system, which are having the poor or controlled supply or controlled distribution of the drug, are termed or are considered as a special compartments. Now, based upon the number of compartments, how many compartments are considered in designing of that particular model? Compartment models, maybe it is one compartment model or multi-compartment model. In one compartment model, body is assumed as a single compartment or single unit, while in multi-compartment model, Body is divided into various compartments like 2 compartment models, 3 compartment models and 4 compartment models. One compartment open model, that is also called as instantaneous distribution model. Here body is assumed to be a single kinetically homogeneous unit with no barriers for movement of a drug. Drug equilibrates instantaneously in plasma and other body fluids. Drug can move dynamically in and out of the compartments, and elimination through this compartment takes place by first order mechanism. In this image we can find that when a drug is administered to the body, drug get immediately distributed throughout the body. It is assumed in the one compartment open model. This is the mathematical description or diagrammatic presentation of one compartment model, which is composed of centrally, that is blood and other tissue that we are considering as a central compartment, whole body as a central compartment. Then input of drug, that is a process of absorption. Ka is a absorption rate constant and Ke is a elimination rate constant, and elimination, it depends upon the metabolism and excretion. Now, based upon the various routes of drug administration, one compartment model may be studied under following headings. First, that is intravenous bolus administration, one compartment open model. In case of intravenous bolus administration, entire dose of drug enters the body immediately and completely circulated within 1 minute, and hence a rate of absorption is to be neglected. So when we are presenting the one compartment open model for intravenous bolus administration, we can represent as body and other tissue, that is our whole body, and only elimination rate constant, means elimination takes place by first order mechanism and there is no absorption phase. Second one, intravenous infusion, one compartment open model. In intravenous infusion, drug is administered at a constant rate to maintain desired drug plasma concentration and to avoid precipitation of toxicity due to rapid IV injections. In case of IV infusion, drug is administered at a constant rate, means zero order process. In case of certain drugs, toxicity may arise due to instantaneous or rapid administration of drug, or in case of some drugs, the plasma drug concentration has to be maintained for the longer period of time. In that case, intravenous infusion is used. Okay. So intravenous infusion, in that case, the drug is infused by zero order process. That's why we can represent that like the compartment having blood and other body tissues, RO, that is zero order infusion rate constant, and Ke is a elimination rate constant. Next one, that is extravascular administration. One compartment open model extravascular administration. Extravascular means the administration of drug other than directly into vascular system, which includes administration orally, rectally, or by intramuscular route. In this case, there is a phase of absorption as well as elimination. Absorption takes place either by first order kinetics, means, and or by zero order kinetics, and elimination by first order mechanism. Now next, that is multi-compartment models. Multi-compartment models, it is also termed as delayed distribution model. In this, body tissue with similar or identical distribution kinetics are grouped together as a central compartment or peripheral compartments. Administered drug reaches directly to the central compartment either by zero order mechanism or first order mechanism, and then distributed reversibly with peripheral compartments by first order kinetics. After distribution equilibrium, drug eliminates irreversibly, preferably from the central compartment by the first order mechanism. So in this image, when drug is administered into the body, initially it gets distributed in the central compartment or highly perfused tissues, blood and blood plasma, along with the lungs, liver, kidney, etc. And then after that it gets distributed in the whole body or other tissues, like the shallow peripheral tissues or deeply situated tissues. And once the equilibrium achieved, the elimination of drug takes place from the central compartment. Multi-compartment models may be 2-compartment models, 3-compartment models, 4-compartment models, and so on. In case of 2-compartment models, body is assumed to be consist of 2 compartments, means one central compartment and other peripheral compartments. Means central compartment composed of the highly perfused tissues, peripheral compartment consists of poorly perfused tissues. In case of 3-compartment models, here one central compartment, highly perfused tissues, shallow tissue compartments, means from central compartment drug reaches to the shallow perfused tissues, and then deeply situated tissues. And case of 4-compartment model, additional compartment is considered, that is very deeply situated tissues or very poorly perfused tissues. In case of 2 compartments, again similar to that of 1-compartment model, again 3 conditions or 3 categories we can discuss, like 2-compartment open model for intravenous bolus administration, 2-compartment open model for intravenous infusion, and 2-compartment open model for extravascular tissues. In case of intravenous bolus administration, the entire dose is entered in the central compartment immediately because it is a bolus. So within a minute the drug get entered into the body and then it distributed to the peripheral compartments by first order process. So here central compartment, there is no any absorption constant because drug is directly entering into central compartment and it get distributed to the peripheral compartment K12 and K21. These are the rate processes for distribution, and Ke or K10 is a elimination rate constant. Next one, two compartment open model, intravenous infusion. Infusion means drug is administered at a zero order mechanism or at a constant rate and then it get distributed. So one addition here, that is R naught infusion rate constant or zero order infusion rate constant. And next, extravascular administration, two compartment open model, extravascular administration. Here the absorption takes place either by zero order process or by first order process, and drug get distributed by from one compartment to the another compartment, means from central compartment to the peripheral compartment, and elimination takes place by first order mechanism. So elimination in case of two compartment models, it may be either from central compartment like this, or it may be from peripheral compartment, or it may be from both central or peripheral compartments. Now when we are discussing the compartment models consisting of more than two compartments, then based upon how the peripheral compartment, different peripheral compartments, shallow tissue, deep tissue, very deep tissue compartments are linked with one another or interacting with one another, they may be classified as mammillary models and quaternary models. In case of mammillary models, a central compartment interacting with a number of peripheral compartments surrounding it, while in quaternary model a chain of interconnected compartments are there. So here mammillary model, the central compartment, it is attached with the shallow tissue compartment as well as deep tissue compartment, while in quaternary model central compartment, it is attached as a chain, that is central compartment it is attached with the shallow tissue compartment, and shallow tissue compartment it is attached with a deep tissue compartments, and so on. So these are the some suggested readings for the pharmacokinetic compartment models. Thank you.